Okay, so today I'm going to talk about how to put head joints on your brick. Okay, so this is what I would call the beginner stage of it, because we're going to go back to the board. As you get a little more advanced and you try to work for speed, what you're going to do is you take the mortar that you cut off that I've showed in past videos that's squeezed out with your brick, and you're going to use that as your head joint for your next brick. But we're just going to show like your initial steps. Okay, so one of the first things you're going to do is you're going to grab the brick, and all bricks have a front and a back. Okay, the easiest way to identify the front and the back is that you look on the ends, and the end should look like the front. Okay, this is the back of the brick because it looks completely different than the rest of it. So the first thing you're going to do is identify the front and hold the brick with your thumb on the face of the brick. Okay? The next thing you're going to do is you're going to scoop up a little bit of mortar. Okay? Which you put your trowel in about yay far, and you pick up this much. That is plenty right there. Now, when I hold the trowel, if you notice, I hold the trowel real loose in my hand, because what I'm going to do is simply flick my wrist, like so. This has made it so that the mortar is now going to better stick to your trowel. Alright? So now, looking at this much is going to be my first strike of the brick. Alright? I'm going to try to leave this part on there. So, this is what I mean. Ready? That is what I've placed on there. And when I did that, I actually closed the gap and kind of push it and smear it in there. Now, there is the other half that I said that I was going to leave on the brick. You got to try to hold still, babe. You were shaking all over the place. Now, this half, I'm just going to run the opposite, going this side of the brick. Okay? Now, I have all this left over. This is the key right here. Now, I'm going to split this in half. This side is going to be for one side of the brick, and this side is going to be for the other side of the brick. So I simply take this like this, leaving half. And one of the things kids do wrong is they go like this. That was for the first motion. I want my tip of my trowel pointed straight up in the air. And I'm going to put it on like this. This other half is for the other side. Okay? That is what I want to see. That is going to make sure that my head joints are nice and full. So I'm going to give you an example of what I'm talking about. Here's the brick. Why don't you put the camera on that? There's a little bit back further. There you go. There's the brick right there. As I go to place it down, I squeeze it in and see how the mortar squeezes out between the two bricks. That is a nice full head joint right there, and that is going to ensure that I don't have to go back and point things out. Now I'm going to give you a quick example of one of the things that I see the kids do wrong. Now you see how this one is flat. So that when I place this one down against the next one, see how my head joint isn't full? And what I'm going to end up having to do is fill that, and then I'm going to end up with smears. Okay? So the name of the game is to try to make sure that you fill them in the beginning. Make sure they're nice and full in the beginning. So the only thing you have to do is just hit it with your striker. Alright? And it takes practice. It does. It takes some practice and getting used to. But, you know, part of the thing with bricklaying and masonry is that it's very repetitive. So you can really master doing these kind of things and get really good at it. All right? Okay, so practice putting on your head joints that way. And trust me, it's not easy, but you'll figure it out.